Hey, it's Wednesday. You know what that means. It's time for AEW Aftermath. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Dukect, with you once again. It is now, let's get into what happened on tonight's AEW's Dynamite. First up, this is night 2 of New Year's Smash, as you have Pac versus Eddie Kingston. And let me tell you something. This match, a lot of these matches, to me, when I looked at this card, it was full of energy. It was energy, and I love that. I love the energy and the action of the most, if not all, of the matches on this card. It felt like everyone had a sense of urgency, and I loved it. Anyway, this match here, really good stuff. It shows how the bastard Pac really is just one of the best all-around athletic guys in AEW. Just, rushed out there, even before his pyro came out, just knocking out Eddie Kingston. And just continued to, beat down Eddie Kingston until Ali, the bunny, still slowed some Pac's momentum, and then finally had Kingston to take control, and he just basically just beating him down with like chops and just doing all these doing work the head and neck, and then Pac came back with some nice chops and just flattening Kingston with a German suplex. Pac dove in the air. The Kingston with some nice kicks to the chest. Then again, he had a nice back fist from Kingston that stunned him, and a big backdrop driver to bring both men down to the ring. And then they just kept going, and then Kingston hit him with a nice clothesline. But at the end of the day, Pac came back, hit him with the Black Arrow, and pins and wins. But then after the match, you had Pac hit the Brutalizer on Eddie Kingston, but then the Butcher and the Blade made the save, and then Ray Phoenix and Penta came in the ring, and they started brawling. Everyone started brawling until Lance Archer came to the ring, and then joined, just joining up, Pac and Ray Phoenix and all of them standing tall, Death Triangle, and this little uneasy alliance. I bet they will finally have a match at Revolution. I think Lance Archer versus Pac would be very interesting. I think it would be very fun, too. Really have fun. Really good stuff, man. I can't wait to see more of this stuff. Next up, we have Chuck Taylor takes on Miro. And the loser, if Chuck Taylor loses, he will be his butler for a month. And, the Kentucky Gentleman again, the entire most of these matches, they attacked him early and often, taking down Miro, taking down the big dude, and it shows Chuck Taylor is actually really good. This was actually a very, very fun match, and just really fun, going until Kip Sabian took down Orange Cassidy, and then he just hits a nice big Samoan drop, hits him nice, doing a nice spinning heel kick, and then hit the, spinning heel kick, then the big kick, and then the accolade to finish Chuck Taylor off as Miro scores the victory. And he looks like Cassidy is, the best friends are pretty much broken up. He took out Trent. Miro took out Trent. Chuck Taylor's going to be his butler, and Orange Cassidy is going to be all alone. So that's going to really be interesting in how that's going to play out in the future. I can't wait to see what's going to do in this month of what Miro is going to basically mock and destroy Chuck Taylor. And hopefully this builds up to Kip Sabian and Miro, thinking pretty highly of themselves. Maybe Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy maybe fight them. And then you have Trent come out, maybe pre or post injury or whatever, that sort of thing, to help even the odds and help win the big tag team victory. That'd be nice. Next up, we have the Inner Circle's New Year's resolution. which is a little late, but hey, okay, cool. We have each member saying, I love of JK was like championships, yeah, okay. You had Santana, I think, was saying, talking like, your master his grandma's food or whatever. I can't pronounce the name and such. And the crowd booed that. It's like, you're booing food? MJF was like, really? MJF saying he wants to continue building the bonds. Jericho saying, he's going to be the new winning the AEW Tag Team Champions with him and MJF. Also, MJF saying that, and also, like, no fat people allowed. Just get rid of fat people. And then Sammy Guevara accuses the Demogorgon of being a, quote-unquote, tag team slut. He says Jericho gets jumped to partner for weeks. He went with Jimmy Hager. Then you had the Sex Gods with Sammy Guevara. You had MJF. I mean, heck, you were buddy with Snoop Dogg last week, so hey, why not him? And then everyone's saying, getting a little angry and all this stuff. And then you had Santana Ortiz that, yeah, hey, we're the tag team, we're the tag team specialists here in this group. So Jericho being a triple threat tag team match next week. The official tag team in the circle: Jericho, MJF, Santana and Ortiz, and versus Hager and Sammy. Yeah, Sammy Hager. Nice. I think that looks really interesting, and I think overall, I would say Santana and Ortiz win. Or heck, maybe break apart or whatever. Because these two, they really need those tag belts. I hope they do. Because that really needs, they are so talented. They need to win that tag belts. And hopefully they do soon. Anyway, next up we have the 6-man tag match featuring the Elite. Don Callis, encouraged, like saying, hey, it's going to be, they talked a big game and such. He's talked up. Don Callis is talking up Kenny Omega, saying it's all right, come on, man. Saying this guy, then also the Young Bucks saying, I'm gonna introduce y'all. Trust me, tag stuff, and then trust me, we're gonna do it. And then, he introduces after Kenny comes out, says, introducing the World Tag Team Champions, the Good Brothers. And I'm like, they couldn't get their theme from Impact? Oh, man. That's a kick-ass theme. That's the most disappointing thing in this match. That was the most disappointing. No Good Brothers theme because their theme is badass. Their theme is great. Ugh. Anyway, you have the Good Brothers and Young Bucks and Cody Khan just looking just like, yeah. Not really, just disgusted there. And, the opposition is the Varsity Bucks, Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman Jr., and Danny Limelight. And let me tell you, Danny Limelight looked really good here. Seriously, this is probably looks like to be a really, really good get. And the one thing I will say about this whole thing about AEW is that they always give people an opportunity when unknown people under opportunities. I never heard of Danny Limelight, but man, this dude really showed up and he got some really good offense on Kenny Omega and on Good Brothers as well. He really took most of the stuff, and also Brian Pillman and Good Garrison, Varsity Bronze did good stuff too. I like them. It's it was really good stuff. This is a really good 6-man tag, and especially shout out to Danny Limelight. He really got the limelight tonight, and he showed that he can perform in it. And overall, I really did enjoy it. But at the end of the day, he fell to the Magic Killer as the AEW World Champion and Impact Tag Champions pick up the win, getting momentum for their match at Hard to Kill this Saturday. So nice. And then after that, Jon Moxley entered Daly's place to the stands, as always, going straight for Omega, and, Moxley goes in, tried to take him down, but then, he didn't, he needed help, and then here come the Lucha Brothers, coming in and taking out both Gallows and Anderson, and then Mox, they all all 6 men are fighting, and then you have the the locker room empty out trying to separate everybody. Then the Young Bucks make the save, and then Penta El Zero and Rey Fenix knocked both Mick and Nick Jackson with super kicks, and that's it. So meanwhile, you have all this fighting going on, and then Omega and Callis running around, running away, leaving to fight another day. Basically, the pay-per-view Hard to Kill. So yeah, it's very interesting. I was expecting maybe Rich Swann and the Motor City Machine Guns to do it, but hey, they got a victory on Impact and fighting against, in a back room, at the end of Impact. That's momentum. I don't know. But anyway, I wish they could have done it. It would have been really cool to have Rich Swann and the Motion Machine Guns show up and just and fight them. It would have really fit in the whole thing. And you have Moxley, and you have some of the guys there. They don't know what's going on. It would have actually been this whole like, are they invaders? Are they good guys here? Because they want Kenny Omega. He wants Kenny Omega. They want Kenny Omega as well. Would have built that up, but yeah. Who knows? Next, you have Jurassic Express, Marco Stunt, and Jungle Boy, leaving Luchasaurus, the big star of the group, backstage, taking on FTR via the Revelation with, Dax, Hal Hardwood, and Cash Wheeler with Tully Blanchard. And honestly, this was surprisingly, good. I mean, again, very surprisingly good match. These two teams, good chemistry. I really hope you see Jurassic Express versus FTR soon. The actual Jurassic Express versus FTR with Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy. So yeah, they bullied Marco Stunt, but overall, the Stunt proved that he actually can fight, and he proved that he actually is, a very capable wrestler. But at the end of the day, though, it was just a matter of time before he gets overwhelmed by FTR. And Jungle Boy did some good stuff too, but at the end of the day, it was Tully Blanchard who knocked Marco into the ring post, and that was the end of the pretty much the end of the whole thing, because after that, Jungle Boy gets taken out by a clothesline by Cash Wheeler, and FTR hit the big rig to pick up the victory. Good stuff. It was, for what it was, a really good match. I'm hopeful that Jurassic Express with Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus come, they actually do, they have that, that full match, and hopefully maybe at Beach Blast or maybe at, Revolution, to prove who should be the next people for the next tag team championship match. That'd be pretty cool. I think it was really nice, and hopefully this is going to be nice to you too. Then we get to, let's see, before we get anything else, we are going to talk about the huge Britt Baker, the dentist's office, Britt Baker, the entire, honestly, I actually thought that segment was really, I really think that was actually pretty good, the waiting room. I really liked it. And Jade Cargill comes in, and I just like the fact, and by the way, I gotta say this, Rebel has really reminded me of Tony Atlas energy of that, what was that show with that dude with primetime players, that dude who made that Kobe joke. Yeah, that guy. That guy, and then you have Tony Atlas with his fake jokes. He's like, I felt that same energy. But yeah, Jay Cargill comes in and pretty much saying that Shaq and Cody, all this type of stuff. I don't think Shaq's going to actually be in the ring. I don't know. I don't know if Shaq is going to actually be in this feud. I don't know. But I think Cody is going to be in a, I think Cody is just being this go-between between Jay Cargill and Red Velvet, which I hope the feud is actually pretty good. But then again, originally it was going to be Brandy in this situation, but she got pregnant, so, well, they're not waiting. So yeah, I think it's Jay Cargill and Red Velvet. They're going to actually go and do something for feud. And then Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa. I mean, after that, Thunder Rosa had a video saying that they're going to have a match at Beach Blast, and Britt Baker's like, "Nope, we're not having that." And then she the graphics, it's not happening. We go home. That's it. See y'all later. I liked it. I really did. It was really fun. And honestly, that was a good little segment. I think it was actually something I think this was a really good way to bring out the characters, and hopefully, I'm not saying it's gonna be the next Piper's Pit, but maybe it could be, even like a better version of Miz TV. Who knows? Well, let's get into the two main event, the big matches here, the two championship matches. We have the NWA Women's Champion Serena Deeb take on Ty Conti, who's probably in the Dark Order, but I think they're not really in the Dark Order. I don't know. But yeah, Tay Conti, with the Dark Orders and a J and such. This was honestly one of the best women's matches I've seen in a good long while in AEW. And honestly, in, for the start of the year, in most wrestling companies, I mean, I would say that, but there's a lot of, I'm expecting really good stuff from Hard to Kill, from Tyra Valkyrie and Deonna Purrazzo. I'm expecting that match to be better. But, this steps the bar. Because Ty Conti really looked good here. Just really good here. Serena Deeb is good as well. Both have great chemistry with each other. Both have just chemistry. The action was on point. Just really good stuff here. And I think that Conti looked really good. And I'm hope that, and it's just like Ty Conti just left, WE let her walk away. And it just reminds people saying that the whole thing about WE, their talent, they mismanaged talent. Like, I'm like, they misused someone like, say, someone like Ty Conti. I'm like, I stare, like, look at Deonna Purrazzo, and, they said, oh, she's not ready for television. But yet when when Impact Wrestling saw her, she made probably one of the best matches. Seriously, since Slammiversary, she hasn't been in any bad match. No, she hasn't been. She has been on point the entire year. And I'm like, and I'm just not really surprised by that, because she is one of the best young women's wrestlers out there. So, yeah, it's not really surprising that WE just completely bungles talent. It's just like, there's a long list of it. Men, women, and everyone, and that's just, just a long list of people that WE just don't deal. They hoard talent and they have nothing else to do with it. But yeah. Anyway, now we get into our main event, the TNT Championship. Darby Allin versus the FTW champion, Brian Cage. This match has been a long time coming. Brian Cage, Darby. This started as Darby Allin turning down the device of Taz, and then since that insult, Taz has gotten a lot of allies for him. First, he got Brian Cage. Then you have Powerhouse Hobbs, who betrayed Darby Allin. Then you have Ricky Starks. Then you got his son Hook. Man, Team Taz just completely bodies people, and I'm like, man, this is so good. And let me tell you something. This was just, like I said, the energy of the match. Darby Allin just continues to, just going to the storm. And like I said, the energy. They just, the underdogs or baby faces they have this extra energy, and I like that. But then Brian Cage just caught him and just gave him a big old suplex, and then just gorilla pressed him in the ring and just tossed him over the top rope to a table. Just unrelenting power, just beating the hell out of him, Darby Allin. Brian Cage beat the hell out of Darby Allin. And it looks like it was just going to be just a one-sided assault. It was majority one-sided, as just Brian Cage just completely annihilating him. And Cage just dominating, and then he pinned him, and he kicked out at 1. And then Darby just kept flipping him the bird, and just continue to antagonize him. And it's just been just huge. And that's what Darby does. He hangs around and antagonizes you to do some stupid stuff, or just get you so mad you do something stupid. And then he keeps, even after getting powerbombed to the entrance ramp, he gave him the middle finger again, and then they just did another deadlift suplex onto the ramp to the ring, and then another 1 count, and it's like, okay, that's it. You know what? He's going to put the steel steps right next to him so we could just end Darby right now. And then next, Allin came right back, hitting him, beating him, and then just bit Cage fingers, sent him crashing back first into the stairs. And then he scaled the ropes, hit a coffin drop right on Cage into the steps, and just continue to fight, and just delivering a springboard stunner, tying his Cage's feet together with his belt. He hit some rights and left, and then Cage recovers, and then Darby Allin hits a nice code red for a 2, and then Allin comes in and steps up the coffin drop, but then Ricky Starks hops on the apron and tries to take out Allin, but then Sting appears, knocks down Starks, and then does a great. Allin comes in with a crucifix bomb from the middle rope to retain the TNT Championship, and then Sting joined the TNT Champion in the ring while Team Taz stares down. Staring down at Team Taz. Sting staring down at Team Taz as snow fell and the show faded to black. Really fun match. Both guys great. And it's a nice title defense from Darby. And I think that it's going to be really good to see what Sting and Darby Allin, they might need some more people to fight Team Taz. Because right now, Team Taz looks to be they have the numbers right now. And heck, Ricky Starks might be coming up for him as well. Heck, maybe he'll go after the AEW Championship, because he's ranked as well. And Powerhouse Hobbs is continuing to go up there as well. So who knows what this is going to mean in the future for Team Taz and Darby Allin, or heck, maybe Kenny Omega, because they keep winning, and maybe Cage might think about going after another championship. So who knows? That's very interesting. But overall, I enjoyed this. I enjoyed it. I really liked this show. I highly recommend this AEW Dynamite. Still, I would say the one issue is I would want to see the full team Jurassic Express. I wanted Luchasaurus to be in that main event. I wanted to see that main event card and such. And also, Good Brothers, the music. Why didn't they do anything with the Good Brothers music? It just really is the sad part there. Hate that. Really do. But yeah, that's why I really enjoyed this episode. And yeah, I really enjoyed this AEW Dynamite this evening. Anyway, this is Dukect here. Thank you so much for watching. Peace and love. I'll see y'all when I see y'all later.